thank the Most High for another opportunity to stand before you. Romans 15:4. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before,
Yes.
Nikatab for our lamed,
Yes, sir.
that we through endurance and the kum of the Ketubim might have tikva.
Yes, sir.
Continue? Yes, sir. Now, the Elohim of endurance, patience, and consolation grant you to be like-minded one toward another according to Mashiach Yahushua.
My apologies, Chris. Read Romans 15:4 once again.
Yes, sir. For whatever Nikatab before,
Yes, sir.
Nikatab for our lamed,
Yes, sir.
that we through endurance and the kum of the Ketubim might have tikva.
Lamed, learning. Do I, Mr. Bonson, if you would look up, pull up for me the etymology of the word learning. Learning is key. Learning is key. We are here to learn about the Dabarim, learn the Dabarim according to as is written in the Torah. So, learning is vital to your salvation. So once we define it for you, then we can go further. The etymology of the word learning. Old English term, which means to study or the action of acquiring knowledge. When I was 14 years old, in 1976, I made a great decision. I said, I'm going to be the smartest and wisest brother in the school, high school. So what I did, I started reading every Sherlock Holmes book I could read. I started paying attention to every Star Trek episode with Spock in it. Spock was my man. Wise, strong, emotionless, logical. I said, I'm going to be just like Spock. So I read everything I could get my hands on. Watched every Star Trek episode I could watch. My goal was to acquire as much knowledge as I possibly could. That goal still exists. I'm here to learn. I'm here to acquire knowledge to be saved. Yes, if you're not here to be saved, then you're in the wrong location. Yes, you're in the wrong location. Yes, so my goal, 1976, still currently in 2022, is to acquire knowledge that I might continue this walk called Kadash. Yes, that I might be saved. Yes, so, the definition is the study and action of acquiring knowledge. So, again, is knowledge important? Is the acquisition of knowledge important? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yukanan, chapter 6. So if we don't acquire knowledge of the Torah, of the law, of the Dabarim, we are lost. We would be lost. We would be on our way to damnation and destruction, or Sheol. That's where your churches are. Preacher spoke about churches closing up for COVID, Zooming their services. Not opening for 8, 9, 10 months, a year, because their knowledge is limited. Limited. those preachers are going to your seminaries, dead places, where they learn homiletics, where they learn the Greek, where they learn the Latin. But to them, it's of no use. They don't put it into action. We get knowledge here. We get information here. We get the Dabarim here to put into action. To put into action. Yahukanan, chapter 6, start at verse 63. Listen.
It is the Ruach that quickeneth.
Yes, sir.
The Basar profiteth nothing.
Yes, sir.
The Dabarim that I speak unto you.
The Dabarim that we speak here, the Dabarim that you receive here, yes, sir.
They are Ruach and they are Kai.
Yes, sir. Life. If you're going to acquire salvation, you need the knowledge of the Dabarim, of the Torah, to acquire life. You don't accept this life, this Dabarim, you're wasting your time here. You're going through the motions without accomplishing a goal, a desire. To hear the Dabarim, to receive the Dabarim, to act upon the Dabarim, to live according to the Dabarim, leads to salvation, to being saved. Yes, sir.
But there are some of you that are mine not.
What? Not at the way of Yah. Not at the way of Yah, but there's some of what?
Of you.
Yes, sir.
That are mine not.
Yes, sir.
For Yahushua knew from Barashit who they were that are mine not.
Yes, sir.
And who should betray him.
Yes, sir.
And he said,
What did he say?
therefore said I unto you,
Yes, sir.
that no ish can come unto me, except it were given unto him of Abi.
Yes, sir.
From that time, many of his Talmudim went back.
They did what?
Went back.
They did what?
Went back. And halak no more with him.
When the Murah approaches, y'all notice that we always lose a few. We always lose a few. They decide, for no other reason, that they don't want truth. They don't want the Amat. They don't want salvation. They want possibly the Basar. They don't want to be talked about or whatever. So, but in that we lose members or so-called members. We gain or acquire knowledge. Always. Always. Every time we lose or somebody but walks away, the Most High grants our more and more information, more knowledge. So again, my purpose, my goal since 1976 was to acquire knowledge. So that's what my plan, my goal is always to acquire knowledge, because I want to be saved. Somebody came to me years ago and said, Malcolm, all he does is scream and holler. I said, does he? I said, all I hear is the message. All I hear is the message. Mm-hmm. All I hear is the message. The word, the Dabarim that's coming forth. I don't hear yelling and screaming. So what do we say to hear is to listen with the intent to do. Listen with the intent to do. Yes, sir.
From that time,
yes,
many
sir.
of his Talmudim went back and halak no more with him.
Yes, sir.
Then said Yahushua unto the 12,
what did he say?
Will ye also go away?
Are you going to leave? Are you going to leave? Are you going to allow your flesh to cause you to walk away from truth, amat. Are you going to allow your flesh to move you out of this way, this path? Are you strong enough to stand on the bar? When folks talk about you, lie on you, cheat on you, defraud you, defame you, what are you going to do? Are you going to stand? Are you going to stand? Young folks, stand. Stand. In high school, elementary school, wherever you are, stand. Stand. Yeah, they're going to talk about you. They're going to lie on you. But you have something greater to attain. That's salvation. Yes, sir.
Then Shimon Cuff answered him,
What did he say?
Adon, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the Dabarim of Alam Kai.
That's it. Where are you going? Wake you up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just testing my vocal cords, making sure they're there. Where are you going? Once you leave your mott, you think you're going to truth? Nah. People that care about you? No. People that don't take money from you? No. Where are you going if you leave the Amat? True. Where are you going? Oh, yeah, you can go to that Hebrew camp, that church down the street, but you'll be missing out on salvation, on your Amat. You'll be missing out from people that care about you, that'll have you. Yes, sir.
And we, Aman, and are sure that thou art that Mashiach, the Ben of the Kai Elohim.
Yes, sir. Husha, Hosea, chapter 4. They call it Hosea. Start at verse, Hosea chapter 4, start at verse 5. Yes, sir.
Therefore shalt thou fall in that Yum.
Yes, sir.
And the Nabi also shall fall with thee
Yes.
in the Layla, and I will destroy thy aim.
Yes, sir.
My arm are destroyed for lack of
My
knowledge.
people are destroyed. So if you leave here and you don't have, or you're not receiving in the bar, wherever you decide to go, what's your end?
Destruction.
Destruction. What is your end? You're going to knowingly do something or go somewhere or participate in something that's going to harm you, destroy you, to injure you? No, not if you're smart, not if you're wise.
Right.
Yes, sir.
My arm are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Did we not say that learning or learning is the acquisition of knowledge? So if you lack knowledge, you're not, you're not learning. And there's no way for you to be saved. So go to your church and go to Sheol. Go to Hebrew camps and go to Sheol. That's right. Go wherever truth is not being told or taught, and prepare yourself for Sheol. Yes, sir.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Yes, sir.
I will also reject thee.
This is key. Do you really want to reject knowledge? Do you really want to reject this Dabarim? Do you really want to reject this of mine? I want you to consider your latter end. Yes, sir.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. But thou shalt
Also, you reject me, or you reject knowledge, the Dabarim, the Torah, I'm going to also reject you. Consider that in your actions, in your behavior, your attitude. Yes, sir.
that thou shalt be no Kohan to me.
Yes, sir.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the Torah of thy Elohim.
Yes, sir.
I will also forget thy banim.
So I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Consider your actions, your personality. Consider your latter end. In acquiring knowledge or rejecting knowledge. You can choose to reject knowledge. I wouldn't do that. It's not profitable for you. It's not conducive for you. Yes, sir.
As they were increased, so they kata against me. Therefore will I change their kabod into shame.
Kahala, chapter 7. Kahala 7, start at verse 2. It might be 12. I'm looking for it. So the goal is salvation. Salvation. The only way to gain salvation is to acquire knowledge. Knowledge of the Torah. Knowledge of Elohim. Wisdom. Yes, sir.
It is better to go to the bed of mourning than to go to the bed of feasting, for that is the end of all unashamed, and the Kai will lay it to his law.
Mm-hmm. Make it verse 10. Make it verse 11. Yes, sir. Verse 11.
Yes, sir.
Kahala 7, start at verse 11.
Wisdom is two within
Yes, sir. That's what I want. Go up to verse 10. Yes, sir.
Say not thou, what is the cause that the former Yamim were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom is two with an inheritance.
Wisdom is what?
Two with an inheritance.
Yes, sir.
And by it there is profit to them that see the Shamash.
I like that. That's important. Wisdom is what? Profit?
Two with
Two,
an
yes, sir.
inheritance. And by it there is profit to them that see the Shamash.
There's a gain. You're not losing anything by obeying, by being obedient to the Dabarim. You're not losing anything but that which is against you. That's not for, that's detrimental to you. Yes, sir.
For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense.
Yes, sir.
But the excellency of knowledge
Yes, sir.
is that wisdom giveth Kai to them that have it.
Wisdom does what?
Giveth Kai to
Life.
them.
Wisdom giveth life. Wisdom giveth life. Understanding giveth life. acquisition of knowledge, the acquiring of the Torah, the Dabarim, give it life. Yes, sir.
Consider the work of Elohim,
Yes, sir.
for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked.
Yes, sir.
In the yom of prosperity be Shusha, but in the yom of adversity consider.
Consider. I'm asking you to consider the Dabarim that you receive, that you will receive, the knowledge that you've gained by being here, by listening, by viewing. I'm asking you to consider. Yes, sir.
Elohim also has set the one over against the other.
Yes, sir.
To the end that each should find nothing after him.
Yes, sir.
All things have I seen in the Yamim of my vanity.
Yes, sir.
There is a Sadak Ish that perisheth in his Sadiq, and there is a Rosha Ish that prolongeth his Ka'i in his Rosha.
That's good. Yashayahu, they call it Isaiah. Yashayahu 3. Let's try Yashayahu 3 and 35. Yes, sir.
26 is the last verse.
Okay. Make it 33. Yashayahu 33 and 5. That's not it either. No? No.
I mean, whatever you want.
Yes, sir. Yes, read.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My apologies.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yahuwah is exalted, for he dwelleth on high.
Yes, sir.
He hath filled Sion with Mashpah and Sadiq,
Yes, sir.
and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Wisdom. So two things are going to be effective in stabilizing, or not, stabilizing, increasing your amanah, your steadfastness. These two things will increase your steadfastness, your amanah. What are those two things? Wisdom and knowledge. Yes, sir.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Yes, sir.
And strength of Yeshua.
So, wisdom and knowledge will stabilize you, or
Yes,
will
sir.
increase your amanah. Yes, sir.
And strength of Yeshua.
Yes, sir.
The Yara of Yahuwah is his treasure.
Yes, sir.
Behold, their valiant ones shall sayak without. The ambassadors of Shalom shall weep bitterly.
Judges, Shaphatim. Shaphatim 6. Verse 6. Shaphatim 6 and 6. Yes, sir.
And Yasharal was greatly impoverished because of the Midianites, and the Benim of Yasharal Sayat unto Yahuwah.
Yes, sir.
And it came to pass, when the Benim of Yasharal Sayat unto Yahuwah,
When they cried unto you, when they cried out,
unto
when they sought help, when they sought deliverance, when they sought for an answer. Yes, sir.
unto Yahuwah because of the Midianites,
Because they're oppressor.
that Yahuwah sent a Nabah unto the Benim of
He
Yasharal,
said what?
a Nabah unto the Benim of
Yes, sir.
Yasharal, which said unto them,
Yes, sir.
Thus said Yahuwah
Thus said
Elohim,
Yahuwah.
Elohim of Yasharal,
Yes, sir.
I brought you up from Mizraim,
Yes, sir.
and brought you forth out of the bed of bondage.
Yes, sir.
And I delivered you out of the hand of the Mizraim.
Hold on. Let's start that verse again for me.
That Yahuwah sent a Nabi unto the Benim of Yasharal,
Yes, sir.
which said unto them,
Yes, sir.
Thus said Yahuwah
Thus said
Elohim
Yahuwah. Yes, sir.
of Yasharal,
Yes, sir.
I brought you up from Mizraim,
Yes, sir.
and brought you forth out of the bed of
Two.
bondage.
Yes, sir. Did he
And
do
I-
a third thing? Did he do anything else?
And I delivered you out of the hand of the Mizraim,
Was that it?
and out of the hand of all that oppress you,
Yes, sir. Is that it?
and drave them out from before you, and gave you their Arak.
Yes, sir.
And I said unto you, I am Yahuwah your Elohim. Y'all were not the Elohim of the Amorites,
Yes, sir.
in whose Arach ye dwell,
Yes, sir.
but ye have not Shama my call.
Yes, sir.
And there came in Malachi of Yahuwah, and sat under an oak which was in Ophrah,
That's good. Look at what happens when those that believe call upon Yahuwah. Look at the reward for following Yahuwah, or acquiring knowledge that leads to salvation. Look at the reward for following Mr. Yahuwah and his Dabarim. Yes, sir.
came in Malachi of Yahuwah, and sat under an oak which was in Ophrah, that pertained unto Joash the
That's true. That's true. First Corinthians chapter 5. I'll end with that. Beginning at verse 1. 1 Corinthians 5 and 1. Yes, sir.
It is reported commonly that there is Zanuth among you, and such Zanuth is not so much as named among the Goim,
Yes, sir.
that one should have his Abba's aim,
Yes, sir.
his Abba's Ashah.
Yes, sir.
And ye are puffed up, and have not rather mourned that he that have done this deed might be taken away from among you.
Yes, sir.
For I verily, as absent in Basar, but present in Ruach,
Yes, sir.
have Mashpah already, as though I were present concerning him that has done this deed.
What verse is that?
That was verse 3.
Yes, sir. Skip down to verse 10.
Yet not altogether with the fornicators of this alarm,
Yes, sir.
or with the covetous, or extortioners, or with idolaters.
Yes, sir.
For then must ye needs go out of the alarm.
Yes, sir.
But now I have katab unto you not to keep company, if any ish that is kara a ak,
Yes, sir.
be a fornicator, a covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner. With such in one, no, not to eat.
Yes, sir. My
For what-
apologies. That's not the one I wanted. But Tahalim chapter 127. We'll end on that one. My apologies. Verse 14. or make it verse 10.
127, Halim.
Yes, sir.
Is it verse 5?
Okay, make it verse 4. Yes, sir.
As arrows are in the hand of a mighty Ish, so are benim of the youth.
Go up to verse 1. Yes, sir. No.
Except Yahuwah build the bed,
Yes, sir.
thy labor in vain that build it.
Yes.
Except Yahuwah keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain.
Yes, sir.
It is vain for you to come up early, to sit up late,
Yes, sir.
to eat the lakam of sorrows, for so he giveth his kabibi sleep.
The goal, Adah, Hakim, and Aku, is acquiring the knowledge that leads to salvation. That's the goal. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't fight against it. Don't rail against it. If this is not for you, then there are other places that will satisfy your desires. But here, the Debar, the truth, the Amat, is the only thing that you'll receive. So again, I say, stand fast, hold fast to that which is true. That's this Dabarim. That's the knowledge that we require, that we acquire here at the way of Yah. Thank you for your time.
Scripture is saying that's something the truth too, trying to make sure we obtain the knowledge. That's something we definitely got to make sure we get and not take it lightly. Like I'm saying, acquiring the knowledge. That's the whole key to our salvation. Make sure we got to understand it. Make sure we know what we're doing. Make sure you know why you're here. Ain't about what nobody else doing. What nobody come and go at the end of the day. So you knowing for yourself what you got to do. I was looking. He was talking about that was even talking about the fornicators. And a lot of time religious people we do get very judgmental of people outside. Sometimes we forget. It's more directly talking to us than it's talking about them, talking about us coming from their behavior. But when we take on the same behavior, he told us not to keep coming. He know there's no way to not keep coming with people in the world. You're going to be on your job. People on your job ain't going to be right. People in your family ain't going to be right. He said, no, I'm talking about people that call themselves Akeem or call themselves the Mishpah call. He said, no such a one not to eat. We quick to talk about not being with people in the street. I see some sins, I ain't sitting down eating with them. But then you have somebody you see already exemplifying gay behavior, and you know they're gay and you eat with them. And you try to figure out, I don't see what's the difference. If anything, you should know not to eat with one of them. Isn't that right? We get taught the word. So like Jerry, we get taught the bar from our pa. When you said for the pa, I thought you would call me daddy or Yahuwah. He said the pa, he was talking about the pa from the mouth. He said, we get taught the bar from the pa. I said, he called me dad. Daddy, take a look at me. No. Now he was saying, oh, he's talking about the pa. You know what I'm saying? I know the pa. I had to think, okay, he's talking about the olive bell pa. Listen, a lot of times y'all be saying stuff. I had to figure out where y'all going with stuff. So I don't know. Not that you weren't clear than you were saying, when you said the pa, I wouldn't think about the pa like that. I thought you called like Yahuwah your pa. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was called it daddy, call him pa. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he was saying that like, Yahuwah our pa. He teach us the word. Huh? Was you saying both of them? Well, you can take it now. No, I said like your pa. The pa is the mouth too, though, right? But I thought you were saying to him, but then I said, oh, he taught the pa. He told me to get taught from the mouth. Who you thought he was talking about? Yeah, it is. See, he could have. What you should have did, it went on to say, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we get taught the bar. You said by our pa or from our pa? I said we get it from our pa. We get it from our pa. So I thought he was talking from the mouth. Then you too. Well, originally I thought he was saying pa like that. I said, you know what? He talking about the olive bed pa, the mouth. I'm thinking he said the pa like Yahuwah, but he was saying that. So I was right. Which one was it, Chris? You thought he was talking about? Chris, you didn't cuss me out in sleep, did it? It was a sleep cuss, too. Gotta be sleep to do it, being the sleep spirit. All right, everybody all right? Got some money to give up? We got some food to eat? And I know, man, I gotta go, man. I know I gotta. I need you to take off and run around that building. I ain't say I was, I said I need to. That'd be straight ridiculous. I run around that building, I'm gonna fall and break. You get old, everything, it's like when you try to move fast, stuff start crackling. Man, I don't know how I was doing the stuff I was doing. All that running and jumping fence and running into stuff and hard to believe that was me doing that stuff now. I sure thought I was gonna stay young forever though. I said, but I'm gonna stay young forever. Other people gonna get old. I'm telling you, man, y'all got them 20s, those y'all working them 20s. Ride them things, drag the curve on them. Refuse to get pulled out of them. Right, cause you got them things to hit them. 30 ain't bad now. But you just know you ain't in your 20s no more. Nobody how you in your 30s, folks say, what you doing? You ain't in your 20s no more. 30s equal 40. 40 equals 60. 60 equal the late. They start kind of the late. They don't put great in front, they put the late. It took me a while to realize. I remember we had a thing went over to the true church, they had something for the late bishop. I was saying, what time he gonna get him? Cause I'm from China, I didn't know they were like the late. I kept looking around saying, they put him on a program, they knew he was gonna be late. I ain't know why the folk called it late. They said, well, that's what they put on that mean because you're not him, so they say you're late. That's how they try to cover stuff up. They kept saying the late such so I'm thinking the man gonna come in the door, you know, in a minute now. So I kept looking around like, we're waiting on the late bishop. Don't worry about it, you don't get it. It's one a joke, that's the truth though. I thought the man was just late. They could have told me the man was dead. I kept looking around waiting on the man to call. They just say, well, late. That mean he'll be there in a minute, right? Don't worry about it. You can't help everybody. We get taught to the bar from our pa. Bling-a-ling-a-ling. I don't know how. I want to, I don't know about house. I told Breeze I want him to do Nobody Knows. That one Aim Shell used to like it. Aim Shell used to bump it. She used to bump it. She told him, she said, oh, Pat, she said, I have my Zamar in my car. She had that Cadillac. She said, I have my Zamar. She said, I be playing. She love that Nobody Knows he do that. I told myself I want him to do that for her. So. Yeah, definitely miss her too. Yeah, she was definitely instrumental. Big help too. Great supporter too. She was a great supporter. She definitely was. I definitely appreciate her. She should tell me though, she said, I believe in your vision. She said, I want to support it. She sure did. She definitely done that. She wasn't no person. One thing she tell me, she said, I always believe in paying my tithes. She said, I done. She said, Pastor, I don't know these young folk, they don't know what they got. She tell me how her and her husband started out and how they had to put money and stuff, people don't support. She will always be about supporting. She tell me that. She said, I believe in your vision. She said, I support. Well, she had left some years after she left. She refinanced the house, took some money, I guess, she said, because I believe in what you're doing. She said, I want to put mine in while I'm living. She said, when I'm dead and gone, she said, I don't know what my kids I'm going to do now. She said, but I want to support while I'm here. She said, I want to see the thing keep going. So I believe in it. I appreciate her. I appreciate it. She stayed here. She wasn't just no money. She took correction. You know, I took correction too now. A lot of folk can't do that. A lot of folk, you know, when they're younger than you, I mean, you're older than you, they don't let you, they don't want you to correct them and tell them that it ain't the age, it's the word, the wisdom. And see, that happened for all of us. She wasn't nobody now. She wasn't nobody doing no transgression. But folk don't realize it ain't about your transgression. He'll give you correction because he said who he'll harm, that's who he chasing. So a lot of times people are like, hey, I ain't gonna stand no correcting. You ain't gonna be saved. Everybody gotta be corrected. If Yahushua came through, he'd be correcting. I don't know how none of us gonna get by. Folks are fighting, you ain't gonna make it. What you gonna do with a man that ain't committed no qatar? He had to get corrected. I try to make sure I don't get corrected. I hope you know what you just said. Cause he said, if you be without it, he said, then you're a memzah. You're a bastard. You're illegitimate, and you're not a being. He said, every father chasing his son. I know everybody that did new stuff now. For so, well, I guess that's why people don't take no correction with the word. They look at it now. Well, it's different. You don't want to whoop a child. Now you want to try to talk with them. Now they killing us. I came through. They used to bleed us out. They tried to bleed you out. But I ain't saying we didn't do stuff. We did stuff. I've been with you. Our mind went where a lot of y'all kids' mind at now. Man, I ain't never had in my mind for walk up in no school and start shooting up folk, walking down no hall, going from classroom with no glasses. That stuff never came in my. I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all I dealt with people, didn't care if the sun didn't shine, never had the conversation. Man, just go in the mall, just start gunning people down. Well, want to go there and go to the exit, just fake to the back and keep the exit closed. I'm going to come through the front. Anybody come to the back, start gunning down. These bastards, these video games. I'm telling you, the video game. What you need a game? You killing people in a mall to shoot. I don't get this. I just don't get it. A lot of stuff, I don't get it. I'm thrown. Listen, I played Gallagher. Gallagher never made me want to kill nobody. Gallagher made me want to shoot. I want to two of them ships down now. Listen, I worked that thing. Listen, that's my power. All day I'm working. When them boys come down, I just lay in that corner. They come and move on. I work them joker. Boy, I played that thing so long, we'd have been in the game room. The game room would be dog. I walked that thing out, walk down the street. Them things were doing like they coming. I had been there so long, gal. Them things were coming. I said, goodness. When I walk down the street, I was sitting thing doing like this. I said, been there too long. Man, we went to the game room now. They don't need that home. You go in there, you get you a couple of dollars, you break them down in them quarters. You start masterminding how you gonna spend them. You're gonna get you one of them risk ones out the way. Yeah, it's time to spend it while I can let Donkey Kong. That Donkey Kong, learn how to get them up there and working, get them caught there, and then Mario, stuff like you had to learn this. You had to learn where to spend your money at. That jump you finna get, that Mr. Doolittle, that dig do, what that dig do? That the dumbest, stupid game. You digging out there, you shooting in, you done little thing won't. I said, man, I'm playing this jump no more. That's a wasted quarter. Y'all remember he digging the ground, the thing come, you got to keep shooting, you blow them up, then they blow up. The rest of them right behind it. And your little gun don't work no more, pea shooter. I said, man, who made that jump? I ain't playing that jump. They had them racing games. You get on there, you got to make that time so that clock keep rolling. But like, yeah, I'm gone. Got to keep making that time. You get on stuff you can stay on. Man, them days, they had to work. Then you get you a cup of, you had your money, bro. You get to get you for 75 cents. You get you a cup, and they had what them thing was, them Fritos in there, and they put some chili on top of them. You got you a meal, and you got nothing to play your game. You like, I could be here all day. You like, they gonna close the door. Then your money ran out. They be like, nigga, this setup, you ain't gonna make it here all day. You finna get out of here. Yeah, them days that old wet. They don't know what done happened. Now they got all these gang kid killing, pick an athlete, pick the hole in the car. He playing basketball. Why am I picking a hole in a car? Then you pick. Y'all remember they came that stupid stuff for the basketball game? Yes. They came out, you pick what kind of car you want him to have. You pick the girl you want to have, then you pick what felony you want him to have. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, I'll tell you it was. So they had the best. So you pick your player who you want. You pick the girl you want him to have. You pick what kind of car you want to have. Then you pick what felony you want him to be charged with. Okay. Where y'all think they put these kids here at? Why would I be picked? What is it? He not driving because he on a basketball court. Why am I even entertaining this? Why you put this on the game? They'll mess y'all minds up. These kids don't need that stuff. Y'all need all the stuff out there. I say, if you can get high and jack off on Pac-Man, you sick. It wasn't nothing to jack off on no Pac-Man, man. You trying to get away from them ghosts. I had a pattern. When she start off, I take it through the bottom, bring her to the top, go there, hit it, come back and just wait on them jugglers. There they come. You can't see what you do. You let them go. They'll come to you. You got to let them go away from it. Hit them. They reverse when you hit. So you make them come to you. See, I know y'all don't play. Don't worry about it. That's what I do, baby. I rack them up. I run that pedal. I hit that bottom. Come out. Take them to the top. Let them go. They'll come right to it. They'll go away. They when I hit, come back to me, baby. Got all of them. I start eating. Clean out that. Go back. Come on. I'm watching you go back. Bam. Come back to me. Boom. Wipe them out. That thing they're singing to me. I'm getting ready to go to the junior board. I'm hitting them 500 fruit, $1,200 fruit. If I get to wear that game. Who know about that game? Do I know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I used to work that thing. I watch some of the game. That's why you watch some folk play them game. You look at stuff and see where they play. That's stupid. Walk away from it. I'm gonna lose my mind. I try to get on stuff. When you sit on that bench, I'm gonna be here for me. You don't know. You probably want to find you somewhere to play. This here finna be locked down. I just, you probably want to go play another game. I'm gonna be here for you. If it's Gallagher, I'm done. We on that all day. Now, I had a secret been spying. I want a Gallagher. Now, you buying for your home, they always put the joystick on the wrong side. Gotta watch that stuff. I had to play it like this. I don't like that. You gotta line it up right. You gotta know how to left hand, right hand. You go by that junk, you're gonna make a bad mistake. See, the game room set up, you just run that, go online, buy that junk, get it there, joystick on the wrong side. You done lost every time. Now you want to throw the machine in the trash. Talk to me, we'll work it out. You all right? Yes, sir. All right, let's get ready to stand. Give Mr. Who a hand clap. Appreciate you, Malcolm. Appreciate you.